So you know how the other day I was talking about how I need like a 5 to 10 year plan, and I was talking about how Smash people don't make much money, or if they do, they're on teams and those teams pay them a salary and things like that. Well, I just kind of had an insight today. I actually haven't thought about my 5 year plan at all, right? I run my own business on the side. Oh, I'm looking scruffy today. Shivers. Sweaty, it's hot up here. Anyway, so scruffy. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, okay, I run my own business, and I was just talking to someone. He's the closest thing I have to a business partner. We work really closely together in business. We do a lot of business together. I send him a lot of customers. We work really well together. And anyway, we have plans next year to launch a coaching program. We're in the real estate space here in Australia. So launch a coaching program. So that's going to be really exciting. Really cool stuff is coming out of that relationship. And I'm really excited for business sort of stuff next year. But then I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk as well today. And kind of the idea that what I do for my business, right, is I create content and I monetize that content through advertising. So I might do product reviews and have Amazon affiliate links. And so people click through, then I get commissions for that product. Or my real estate side, I've got my own membership program, or I refer people on to buyer's agents and things like that, right? So I run my own media company. That's what I do on the side when I'm not playing Melee. And even Melee for me has become a media company myself. And I was thinking, 5 years into the future, a lot of Smash people will kind of try to pursue becoming a part of the team. They just play, they become part of a team, become good enough to get a salary, might start streaming. But to be honest, who really streams apart from the really top players like Armada, Mango, Hungrybox? There are some other streamers out there, but not really anyone's making decent money streaming, okay? So a lot of top players don't stream often, or if they do, I don't know about it. Hugs, I know he streams as well. Anyway, okay, let me get to my point. I'm a bit all over the shop today. I was watching this talk by Gary Vaynerchuk. Let me just make sure that, okay, speed's on normal, because usually I listen on 2 times speed, which I understand not everyone will be able to understand. So let's go ahead.
Going into the next decade, I believe everybody's company in here is a media company first, comma, what they ever do for a living.
Okay, that is the point that I wanted to make. Everybody's company going into the future is a media company first, comma, whatever it is they're doing. So when it comes to Melee, why do people pay these teams? Why do teams want players? Because they get attention, right? They get people's attention, which can then go ahead and market products. So what if you just kind of bypassed the whole team system, and if you can get the attention yourself and you can secure sponsorships yourself, then why not go ahead and do that? So that is something that I may consider for the future. I'm very lucky. I don't need to be sponsored because I do have my own business on the side. But potentially in the future, to make Melee a money-making thing is to really build up my name, build up my audience and my sphere of influence somehow by being a media company, by putting out content like this, like becomingbest.com in this video series I'm doing where I'm documenting my journey, or like melee.co where I document my practice. That's probably a bit more niche, but you get the idea. So becoming a media company first, getting people's attention, then being a Melee player second. I'm sure there's opportunities, if I can build an audience that would come out of that could then go ahead and fund Melee and fund future things. So that's just kind of an insight that I had into the future. So becoming one of the best top 100 in the world is the goal. But if I want to fund that goal, if I want it to make money, I got to be a media company first around this idea, around this journey, around something to do with Melee and me trying to become the best. Media company first, and then I'm a Melee player second. So that's kind of like the insight that I have. I have been able to monetize stuff in the past in terms of attention and in terms of, me running my own media company. So I feel like I could do that. I don't know how hard it is to get sponsorships and stuff in the future, but I know there's like affiliate deals out there and affiliate links and stuff like that. So, I'm sure that there would, depending on the size of the audience, there would be something that I could work out into the future if I do become a good player. So rather than trying to become sponsored by a team, which is really the lazy way to do it, because you're not trying to create your own deals or anything like that. You're just getting someone else to do it for you. Maybe I can go out there, secure my own sponsors, or have a manager secure sponsors for me, and make it that way. Like, I've already actually just done it in yesterday's episode where I talked about how I'm now taking over a tournament. We secured a new venue. We did have someone, a middleman, who runs an organization organizing our venues for us. So he'd organizing a venue that would include Super Smash Bros. Melee. It would also include Smash 4. It would also include Tekken or some other game that they were doing that night. So he was a middleman. He would go to the pubs and say, I've got these gaming tournaments that I want to have. The pubs would pay him, and we would then be able to go to the tournament. But I don't know, we're just changing every week. Maybe he was asking for too much money. Maybe we weren't getting enough attendance to warrant them having us. I don't know what the deal was and why we kept changing venues. I don't know why we kept losing venues. I'm not privy to that. But basically, he was the middleman, and we were relying on him, and we were getting screwed over because we were getting a brand new event, like a venue every single week. So people don't know that every single week it's on at this venue. They've got to tune in. They've got to find out, okay, where is it this week? Where is it this week? Which obviously makes it harder to grow the scene. But I went directly to a venue myself, Good Games Brisbane. I said, we would love to, come and play with you. Here's the deal that we have on the Gold Coast. I was very fortunate that we've already got it working on the Gold Coast. He's like, yep, love to have you. I didn't have to contact anyone else, just contacted the one store. And yeah, that's been lined up by cutting out the middleman. So yeah, in terms of making this a viable business opportunity moving forward, making this into something that makes money, it could be something like that in the future. Or it could just be that I don't make money from this at all, but I use it as a really good learning experience. I use it as a really good story. It could get my name out there. It could present future career opportunities that aren't related to specifically making money from the audience that I create. But I could just put out all this free content for the audience, build up my reputation, and then something might come out of that. So, you never know what the future holds. I'm just going to spend time. I'm going to invest in this content that I'm putting out on becomingbest.com and melee.co. And hopefully in the future, opportunities will present themselves. Like with my property website, I was working really hard at that, making hardly any money. Eventually I launched my own product and that was doing okay. But then I formed a relationship with this guy who's like kind of my business partner, but we're not really. We're referral partners. Anyway, that just kind of came like out of the blue. Like I was really, really lucky to connect with him. We are really similar. We, just came at exactly the right point in time in both of our lives. And that relationship's been so fruitful. And that just came out of me doing the work. So you never know what's going to happen in the future. So I never know what's going to come out of this, but I'm just going to keep doing it in the work, putting it out there, and then hopefully something will come in the future. But I think what I'm excited about is the fact that I don't need to rely on getting sponsored or becoming a part of a team. I'm a media company first and a Melee player second.